Hey, everybody. Welcome back. This is episode 6 of Noahgenda. And today I have my favorite guests of all time, my family. So I've got my 2 kiddos and my beautiful wife, Lindsay, here. And we're going to get things started. Do we have a case of the giggles a little bit? Yeah?
Katie.
Well, in that case, why don't you're
I'm
trying?
laughing too much.
Well, why don't we start with the young man in
Yeah.
the room? Can you please introduce yourself?
Hey everybody, I'm Clay. I'm my dad's son, and I'm excited. This is gonna be fun.
How old are you?
12 and be 13 in April.
Okay, excellent.
I'm
And
almost 5 feet tall.
almost 5 feet tall. I love it. And
Half an
how
inch
about you,
more.
young lady?
Oh, jeez.
All right, let you take a breath here. A few deep breaths. Babe,
It looks like she wasn't ready for the spotlight. What can we say? I'm Lindsay. I'm the mom and the wife. And we're excited to be here.
well, I'm excited to have
It'll
you
be
guys
fun.
here.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm excited.
Are you ready to introduce yourself?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Okay,
Katie's
take a
9.
deep breath.
Katie's 9.
Okay, I'll just.
Wait.
Okay.
I'm
Lucia.
9. I'm Katie and I'm 9. Hi.
There you go.
Yay!
Wonderful.
We did it.
All right, so Clay, let's start with you.
Yeah?
Why don't you tell us a few things about yourself?
Yeah.
Things you like to do, your
Okay.
interests, what's
I
your
like playing sports. I play baseball, a little bit of football and basketball mostly. I like the Dodgers because they're the best, obviously.
Yep.
It's like duh. And I also like to play video games
Uh-huh.
on my Nintendo, and I play a lot of. I like to play NCAA college football or Madden with you. And once you finally figure out the controls to NCAA football, I might have sort of a challenge. But until then, I'll have to settle for absolutely demolishing every team in college football with USC,
That
which is
sounds
also
fair.
the best college team.
That's right.
Yeah, it is.
Now you had a kind of an exciting thing this weekend for basketball, right? What'd you get to do?
Oh yeah, yesterday, since we were in the finals, and we got to go to the Suns Arena, Footprint Center, and we got to play there, which was a great time.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. Was it
We
your
didn't-
second time playing there?
That was my second time playing there,
Nice.
and I think I did pretty good. I had 6, I think.
Yep.
Had a couple free throws. I had the first points of the game, so
Yep.
that's nice.
Yeah, you played great.
Yeah. And then right after that, we changed out of our stuff, and then me and one of my friends, we went down to the D-backs game, and we watched that, which was also really interesting.
Excellent. Katie, why don't you tell us about some of the things you're into? Some of your interests, things you like doing, that kind of stuff.
Okay. I like giraffes.
You like giraffes?
And
Yep.
I like to play on my iPad a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I love to go swimming. Every part of the day, I ask you, Dad,
Mm-hmm.
my dad, to swim.
Mm-hmm.
And he always says maybe. No matter how many times I tell him,
This is-
maybe.
this
But
is-
what
maybe.
usually happens after I say maybe?
It depends.
On the weekends.
It depends on the time.
Yeah.
Let's
Um,
say it's like, if it's any time past like 7 or 7:30,
Yeah.
Dad will probably not go in. But like, if it's a weekend and it's like noon, he'll probably eat something. He'll scroll through his Twitter feed, and then he'll come in the pool with us. So yeah.
Anyway,
Hearing you out.
anyway, and then I like playing with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
I probably most of the time I just ask Clay to play Roblox with me.
Yep.
And if he doesn't agree, then I'll cry.
Yeah, I say maybe about that a lot more than Dad says maybe about
Yeah.
going in the
There
pool.
you go.
And then I also I love the color pink and purple.
Mm-hmm. Those are good things.
And
Yeah.
I love shopping.
You love shopping. What
With
grade
my
are you
mom.
going into?
4th.
4th grade. Clay, how about
Yes.
you?
7th.
New school
Starting
for
the
you.
new school, yeah. It's gonna be fun. All my friends are going to be there, and some of the people that I knew from last year will also be there. So
Awesome.
that'll be a good time.
But I don't want him to go.
I know you guys aren't gonna be at the same
Katie's
school.
gonna miss me.
I know.
She's
It's gonna be sad,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you'll do great.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be sad, but you'll do great. And
And yeah.
And babe, how about you? Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Introduce yourself, some of your interests.
About myself, let's see. You're catching me on the end of being a stay-at-home mom in a hot summer. So we are coasting on fumes to get to the first day of school next week. But let's see, things I like to do. I love being a mom and being with these kiddos all the time, I have to say. And what else do I like to do? I like to hang out with my friends. I like to drink coffee a lot. I like to engage in politics when I can, I suppose is the right word. I love to draw and color a lot.
oh yeah, that reminds me.
Oh,
Wait, actually no, you can fit.
oh, Katie?
You also make bookmarks.
I do. I make
Yeah,
bookmarks and I like to
that's-
craft. I love hanging with my family. I
That's
have
really
to
cool.
say.
And so another thing, I recently got a phone, and I'm charging it like near my bed. So today I woke up and I was reading in bed, and I got a text, and I was like, what? So I go over and I look at it, and it's a random number I don't know, and it's some political thing.
You're getting
Ah.
political.
Yes, I'm getting
solicitation
political-
text
Yes.
messages.
So
Yes.
it's begun.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I'm 11. I'm 12. I'm 12.
You're 12.
Sorry. Forgot about that. Forgot about that extra one. Yeah, and I'm just like, what? I can't vote. Why do you need my opinion on this?
Can you believe it? It's crazy.
Huh?
Yeah.
I mean,
got a
What's
text.
he talking about?
So
I got a text this morning
around election
asking
season.
you get like random texts from spokespeople for political figures, and I got a text asking about my standings on the presidential election, and I was like,
Yeah, they just text every number
yeah,
nonstop
it's like I can't
all the time.
Yeah, I can't vote.
don't have a number.
You don't have a phone number yet. You still have your iPad.
But yeah, it's
Rude.
that time of year, so
Yeah,
we're
so-
all getting it.
My
Katie.
iPad is great. What?
Can you tell everybody what it is that your dad does for a living?
Okay. So he's a loan officer, and what a loan officer does is help get money to people that need to buy homes, and they pay him back. Of course, who
Yeah.
wouldn't?
Yeah.
I'll just add on to that. Yeah, he works with his clients to see what their credit is and what they can get loaned out to help buy a house, which they will pay him back with installments over the time.
That's like a perfect description.
Thank you.
Yeah, very, very well done.
Awesome. I know.
And what do you think are some of the best parts of my job? The two of you.
Ooh.
Okay,
I
yes.
think-
We get to come to all the Christmas parties.
Yep.
We get to eat all of the cookies.
Okay, that's a good thing. Yep.
Yeah.
And their snacks.
Okay,
in
so
your
everything
office.
everything she said, but also I think it's cool you can like help people with like the most pivotal events in their life, like buying a house,
Yeah.
and also I think it's cool because you can help me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One day I'll help you.
Yeah, one day he'll help me buy a house.
Yep.
And then I'll pay him back. But then but you never know. I might maybe see what I can do about that.
You still have to pay it back.
so-
Yeah.
Oh, dang it.
So
I thought I had a
the
get out of jail
other
free card there.
favorite part is when I
Uh-huh.
come to his office.
Uh huh.
I get to eat his
You get to eat the snacks.
Yeah,
in the
she gets
office.
And he has like a whole fridge.
Yeah.
And every day they have Doritos.
Yeah. A lot of chips.
Kitty,
Doritos.
you've been to Dad's office for
A couple times.
yeah, she's been there like
Guess
3
who's
times
speaking?
for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Still got to eat snacks every time.
Yeah, I'm guilty on that as well.
Babe, what would you say is your favorite thing about what I do?
Well, a couple things. I think selfishly, I appreciate the flexibility you have in your schedule. So, why, yes, you do work a lot of hours. If there
You
are
go on vacation with us.
if there are things that I need your help with, or you want to show up for the kids, like sports or practices or meetings or things like that, I appreciate
up.
that you can rearrange your schedule to accommodate those things and be present. And I think the other great thing is that you have the freedom to build your own business and have done such a good job at it. I kind of always thought that you would be best in kind of an entrepreneurial role as your own boss. And so it's just exciting to see you be able to do these things and if you want to do a podcast, you can go out and start a podcast. If you want to hire a specific, type of person, you can do that and you can grow your business how you want to. So that's been one of my favorite parts about your job, is that you have such a direct impact on what you do, which I think is really fulfilling for you and motivating. So I do think it's a great job for you.
Yeah. And if you wanted, you could open like a taco truck or something.
I suppose so.
Who would want to open a taco truck?
I don't know. I mean, people have opened taco
I'll
trucks.
say another thing too,
And
it's
possible.
that I like about your job is that it enables you to be such a integral part of the community in Phoenix and Scottsdale specifically, but also larger areas. But we've met so many interesting people, and you've made such great relationships with people all around the valley, that whereas my job is so insular, and I joke that I'm in my bubble all the time with the kids in the school. At home, it's nice that you are the opposite of that, and you're out and about meeting people and experiencing new things to kind of join us together and make it a nice fit, instead of both of us being stuck in a bubble, or both of us being out and about. It's a nice combination to have.
Yeah. I'm just going to say, like, lately I've been, with school getting closer, I've been going over to one of my friend's houses, and I've been staying there all day, like from 8:30 to 7 p.m. And I finally have a good reason. Mom, you asked me why at one point, like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, oh, I'm just getting you prepared for the start of school.
There you go.
You gotta get ready for me not being here to
I
argue
think she's
with
very
Katie.
ready for you
I'm
both to
always
not be there
prepared.
all the time.
I'm always prepared for that.
24/7.
Yeah, dude, it's every time. If we need something done, if one of us needs something done, and it's just like, I'll spend like 2 minutes looking for something, and if I can't find it, then I start looking for you.
So maybe a lesson to be a little more self-managing.
Fulfilling.
Yeah, like, oh, you guys are very capable. You can do things on your own.
Yeah.
I know I can do things on my own, but it's easier to just ask the parents.
It's easier to.
Because parents know everything, and even like mom has a superpower. When like I lose something, she just finds it.
It's a
superpower.
blessing and a curse of being a mom, where you don't want to ask everyone to ask you where everything is, but you know where everything is. So
It's like
kind of makes sense.
It's like something I saw with Captain America. Like, he's Captain America. But if every time someone says help, sometimes it's kind of a sucky problem.
There you go.
It's like,
Mom's the
oh,
Captain
I'm the
America
Captain
of
America.
the
Help me.
family.
I burnt my
Right.
toast
I'm
in the
into that.
toaster.
There you go.
Please help.
All right, so we talked about what Dad does for a living.
Yes.
Katie, what do you want to do when you grow up? What do you think right now? You have a lot of time. You don't need to decide, but what do you think now you want to do when
A
you grow
medical
up?
scientist, and it's not a doctor. I want to cure cancer.
Wow, that's quite the bold initiative. All right, medical
know.
scientist. Excellent.
Okay,
Clay.
so I'm not. It's not that big. I feel like it might be fun to go into like sports journalism,
Yeah,
like commentating for baseball, football,
like a broadcaster.
Yeah, broadcasting, journalism for stuff like that. I feel like I'd be good with things like that because I'm already passionate about sports and I like to talk.
Yeah,
So I feel like
great.
that'd be a good fit for something I want to do.
that could be a very, very good fit. Yeah. And then
And Mom knows firsthand.
I think we
she's
all
listening.
know
Yeah.
firsthand. And then, babe, before you had full-time childcare and raising the family and running the house as your business, why don't you tell everybody what you did?
I worked in university administration and student affairs. So I worked at UCLA for a number of years, doing academic advising, financial aid help, course planning, general counseling for graduate students. I worked in the history department for a few years, and then I moved to the psychology department before we moved to Arizona.
Yep.
So I got my master's at UCLA. And before all of that, my first job was in student affairs, was at a small architecture school in downtown Los Angeles called SciArc, which some people may have heard of. So that was my career path, and that was the plan to continue it until we had the chance to move here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, I want to know, what did you guys master in? For some reason,
Major
I
in, you
don't
mean?
know this. Yeah. Well, do
So-
you guys have masters?
Mom has a
I
bachelor's.
do.
I don't.
What did you master in? And what
So-
was your bachelor's, Dad? What was your bachelor's degree for?
In undergrad, I majored in sociology and minored in Spanish literature, and then I got my master's degree in education, counseling, and student affairs at UCLA.
And my major was economics, and my minor was in communications because I needed more classes to fill out my requirements.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it was very efficient, and all my econ stuff with all math, which was great, but I needed some other stuff I felt like to balance it out.
Yeah.
So
And I have no idea what they just said, but let's continue.
thank you, Katie.
Thanks for the transition.
Now
I think I
you, the two of you were too young when I decided to go into the mortgage business.
I
Yeah,
think I remember.
you
I
remember
might-
a little bit?
I might have, yeah.
Katie, I think you were
I
2,
remember-
which would have meant that you were
I was
5.
I think I probably have.
So
a
this
couple
question is more for Mom.
Didn't you used to work at like Rebus?
Regis.
Regis?
Yep. Yep.
Regis?
But this
then-
is
yeah.
more of a question for Mom, which was, we moved here for my work. I had a steady income. It was Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. I worked for somebody else. And then one day I came home and I said, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to go into a business where, I'm going to get paid nothing for the first 6 months. Until who knows how long.
Risk reward scenario.
But do you remember that and what your thoughts were and how you felt about it?
For sure. I remember before that happened, I remember very clearly being at the Christmas party for Regis, your previous company, and thinking, we can't be here in a year. Like, we cannot, in 1 year, cannot be the place where Noah is, career-wise, motivation-wise. It was kind of the second company you'd worked for where there was a promise of growth and a promise of compensation and a promise of development. And both companies, I feel like when you got to the space where that was supposed to happen, it shifted. They changed the rules. They changed the compensation structure. And so I knew that it just wouldn't work for you to continue working in a business model like that because you were so successful and dedicated, and it just wasn't the right fit. So when you had the opportunity to move, I definitely did and still do trust you to make the right decisions for the family. I knew it wasn't going to be some crazy risk where you were going to start like a taco truck or something. Like I knew the type of person you are. It was going to be a calculated decision that was probably going to be good for us. And also we were in a spot where I did inquire about who you were talking to, talking to Bill. I was like, who is this guy? What is his deal? To make sure you weren't following Svengali down, a terrible path.
Who's that?
Well, just like someone that's not, you don't want to, put all your eggs in their basket, basically. And I knew you'd be great at it, for sure. I knew you were a people person. I knew you were super motivated. I knew you would give it 110%. And I felt like we were in a place which was different from where we were in LA, where we could take a risk. We had 2 little kids. We weren't doing much, outside of the house. I was home. And so I was like, well, my part can be buckling down and just tightening the budget, and we could make it work in Arizona. Whereas in LA, I don't think we could have taken that risk as a family.
Would have been much harder.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I heard when we were chatting yesterday, getting ready for this, that there was a list of grievances
Ah, yes.
similar to
What?
the Festivus airing of grievances.
Right.
So even though it's not that time of year, I would like to hear the airing of grievances here.
Is personally or professionally?
Whatever you feel comfortable
What are
sharing.
we talking
No.
Can
What?
I say something?
No, we don't need to hear any grievances from you.
Wait,
Yeah.
what's a grievance?
Like a problem I have or
Yeah,
a
it's a
complaint.
problem.
Complaint.
Yeah. I don't.
I'm sure the two of you are full of complaints, but we don't need to hear
Oh,
your
I'm not.
complaints.
No, I'm not. I have enough.
I don't have many. I mean,
I don't have many.
I joke. I kid.
Yeah.
But I am looking forward to the days when you've built your business and you have an even larger supportive team that you can do more of the big picture things and leave the time consuming, seemingly repetitive actions that are part of your job, which are critical to establishing relationships with clients. But I'm looking forward to, for our family and for you specifically, to move forward from that. Just because time is precious and it is nice when you are home, that when you can focus on being home instead of having to answer the call at 7 a.m. on Sunday, which you do, which we get, we get where our bread is buttered, so we can't complain too much.
Oh, yeah, I just want to say,
Yeah.
even though Dad, you're not very good at NCAA college, but that's probably because you don't know the rules, you don't know the controls, but you are very good at Gran Turismo.
Oh yeah.
It's
Okay.
like I think that's like your favorite game. You're really good at it. I started doing an account. I was pretty even with you, but then I just did it a little less and then less, and then you just kept going. And so then it was to the point I just watched you. I'm just there.
Oh yeah, and every time he gets home, he steals a chair from the dining room, and he has his headphones on. And when I ask him something, he's like,
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, Katie, it's exactly what happens with you. I wish, but you don't wear headphones, and I wish you would. It's so annoying.
says the person who can't even, that uses headphones, that can't even hear anyone. Like, we say your names a
Anyways,
bunch.
moving on from headphone usage and video
I know.
games.
I'm gonna say one more thing.
No.
That's what headphones are supposed to do.
Excellent. Thank
Cool.
you for that one more piece of
Critical information.
critical feedback.
You're very
Very
welcome.
relevant to the
You're
subject.
very
at
welcome,
hand.
people.
Yes. What do you guys think is, like, if you thought about what I have to do, what do you think are the worst parts of the job or the most challenging
Oh,
parts?
I know.
Yeah.
You not being home. You
Yeah.
like
I think
Yeah.
it's over the weekend. There's still some extra things you have to do, but that's really the big part. It's just there's a little more stuff to do over the weekends.
Yeah, some stuff to do on the weekends.
Yeah.
How about you, babe?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Worst,
Worst parts of
worst
your
part.
job?
Yeah, worst part.
Worst parts of your job.
Least favorite
I
for
mean,
you.
I think what's tough, it's pros and cons.
Yeah.
It's hard that you're in an industry that does not stop,
Right.
right? Yes, banking hours, fine, but the realtors are out on the weekends. People are looking for houses all the time. You work on these loans 24/7. So that is tough because when you're not working, everything else is continuing to move.
Yeah.
So that's hard to have a partner who's doing that because you can always be on. I would say that is but then again, it's kind of nice because there's always opportunity for you in your business. So it's
The reverse would be even worse if the phone never rang.
correct.
Yeah.
I asked you one time, I asked Dad, I said, do you listen to your voicemails? Because I personally do not listen to my voicemail, PSA. And Dad said, yeah, there's opportunities on all those calls. So it's true. So it's pros and cons. But again, I see you as growing your business and hopefully as you continue to grow, there'll be a time when somebody else is going to be answering those calls. But
Indeed.
I like that.
we will see.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to add, Katie?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Is there any more questions about me?
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me.
The other thing that I don't like
Uh-huh.
is like every day when you get home,
Mhm.
you just sit in your car while you're listening because mom doesn't let you in the house
Yeah.
when you have a phone call.
Yeah.
And also when you get out, you have to change clothes instead of play with me right away.
Yeah, but okay, that
Well, you know what? You're right, though. So I used to had a very bad habit of coming into the house on the phone.
yeah.
So I'd get home, and then everybody would be happy to see me, but I'd be on the phone.
Yeah.
So then Mom banned me from coming into the house on the phone, which is a good move.
Yeah, I think
But then what I have to do, and one of my friends does this, is he stops down the block, finishes the phone call, and then comes into the
Sure.
that's
garage.
actually really smart.
So it's probably what I should do, because I know you hear the garage door come up and hear the
that's
car,
super exciting.
and then I'm in there for another 10 minutes frequently on the
Yeah.
phone. I should just stop down the street. That way you wouldn't even know. So I'll do that. I'll
I'd
do a better
prefer
job
to
of
have
that.
you home 30 minutes later
Yeah,
if you came in
Just like
unencumbered
yeah.
yeah.
versus.
But I will still change
Yeah,
out of my
you
work
will.
clothes when
Yeah.
I get home. So
I-
you're just going to have to deal with that. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Katie, I don't blame him for having to change out of his work clothes. Like, he's been wearing that all day, and I doubt it has been, like, very comfortable. It's like if you couldn't wear what you were wearing right now, you had to wear that.
A jacket and a
Yeah,
button-down
you had to wear a
shirt.
jacket,
I'd
a
wear
button
that.
down in, like, really hot weather. You come home, like, when I come home from a baseball game, or you come home for a softball game, it's like the first thing you want to do is like get out of that stuff because it's like hot and sweaty and you're tired and you want to change into something that's like
Wait.
more comfortable for you.
Yeah.
No, I don't do that. One time, I just got into bed and I was just laying in my softball stuff for like 2 hours. And I was like,
All right.
Yeah, no.
Well, then we're different in that way. I want to get
Yeah.
out of the work clothes
Yeah,
and get
no,
into
I
comfies.
I
when
understand
get
that.
home.
But
It's
you
like
also,
And I'm gonna have to get out of it anyways if you want me
yeah,
to go in
he
the
has to
pool.
get out of
But
it
you-
anyway.
but you also, you also don't remember a handshake.
Yeah, sometimes I forget our special handshake. We don't do it all the time, so sometimes
Yeah,
I
it's
We
forget.
like
have
there-
to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
All right. Wrapping up, is there anything else that you guys want to say about what I do, about things that you think people should know about you guys?
Yes.
Anything else that's important?
I
Let's
just
start
wanna-
with Katie.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Sure.
so I gotta
Get
tell
ready.
you, I
She's literally thinking of it now.
like,
I actually have something.
Spoiler
I'm an
alert.
Olympic swimmer.
No, you're not.
Okay.
I like to make jokes a lot and watch the Olympics. And my favorite person,
Favorite
People?
Olympian?
Olympia.
oh yeah, Olympian.
Uh-huh.
What's her name again?
Simone.
Oh, Katie
Biles.
Ledecky.
Simone
Oh,
Biles.
Simone Biles.
Simone Biles.
One thing, I'm going to interrupt you because one thing that's interesting that they probably don't see but is important is that your business model is able to sponsor their things at their school
Correct.
and
Oh, yeah.
their
Yeah.
sports teams and things like that, which seems, I'm sure they take it for granted, but it's a huge bonus because not only can dad be present
Yeah.
at school events, he's vocal in the school. He meets people at the school, just like I volunteer on PTO. He's there as a sponsor, and you guys don't know it yet, but it really helps your education in your school community and the connections we have that dad's there and that his office is supportive of public education and rec sports too.
And his name's on my folder.
Yes, his
Yeah.
name is on your
Oh,
folder
and
as a
I'm just-
sponsor.
I'm just gonna echo off of what Mom was saying. Yeah, I think you have like a cool job, and it's good that you can like do all this stuff, like sponsor my school, my team. I think all that's really great. And yeah, I also think it's great. You have like time to come to like I have a lot of sports stuff. It's like over the summer I got basketball. Like in the fall I have baseball. In the winter maybe I'll do something. I'm not sure about that yet.
Yeah.
Spring baseball, and it's just like it's a pretty tight. You have a pretty tight schedule, so I'm just glad you are able to find time to come to all that because it makes me really excited. It makes me really excited when I get to perform in front of you.
Me too, buddy.
Also, dang, I just forgot it. Wait.
If it comes back, we'll come back to you, okay?
Yeah.
Babe,
Wait,
how
I
about
know
you?
it.
Parting words.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that it must be very annoying in your line of work, and this goes out to all the realtors out there too, that realty and being a mortgage officer, loan officer, especially now with Zillow and all the things, everyone thinks they know real estate and interest rates, and even people who have no experience, no knowledge, they come to the table thinking that they do. And so that must be really a challenge for the mortgage and the real estate industry at this moment in time, that so many people fancying themselves knowing what to do. Some, I'm sure, think they could do it themselves. So I imagine that's a challenge that you guys have to deal with quite a bit. And I don't know, I just think about that a lot and how you must, it's challenging to
Yeah.
deal with that at this point in
I think
time.
more so on the real estate side.
Yeah.
I think realtors have to deal with it.
That's
Right. It's very easy to look that stuff up and feel like you have a clear window into what a home's worth or what your home's worth. And also simplify the process of buying a home and financing a home and going through all the processes that accomplish that goal. But it's part of what we do. So, Katie.
What were you gonna say?
Okay. Anyway, so.
Did you forget again?
No, I know what it is, Clay.
Then say it.
Clay, it's my turn to speak.
All right. So let's. Yeah.
I love sports, and the sports that I do are softball. I'm gonna do tennis, soccer.
Yeah.
What else?
You did basketball.
Oh yeah, basketball.
What else did you say you want to do coming up?
Oh, jujitsu.
Yeah. I think that'd be fun. You better be careful, Clay.
Oh, she will not
You're my
beat
practice
me.
dummy.
There you go.
I do not care how long she takes jujitsu. I will always beat her.
I don't know. We'll see.
Clay, you're my
Um,
practice dummy.
I will tackle you.
No, you won't, because I'll use my special
Anyways,
hi-ya.
in closing, there is something I want to say to you guys,
Yeah.
which is that, first of all, I love you all so much. And
I know that.
everything I do at work, even though sometimes I know it eats into our personal time,
Yeah.
is really for you guys, for the
Yeah.
three of you, and for our family, and allows us to do a lot of cool things and have a lot of cool experiences and have some freedom in our time, right? It's one of my favorite things
Yeah.
about what I do is I get to come to all of your games.
Yeah.
I don't really remember the last game I missed. I missed very, very
Yeah.
few of your experiences, whether it's your games or your school events.
Yeah.
And that is something that I'm very grateful
Yeah,
in
I-
regards to this line of work and being my own boss.
I'm just gonna.
And I love you all very much. And also, very, very, very special recognition to you because I don't tell you enough how appreciative and grateful I am that you allow me to really pour everything I have into work. And you take care of the most important things, which are these two and our family. And I know I don't express that gratitude enough.
Yeah.
And I'm so lucky to have you and to have you as like the captain of this family ship. And when I thought about it, and I think when I was talking to Justin in our first episode of me coming home and saying like, hey, yeah, I know we've got 2 kids and a mortgage and bills, but I'm just going to leave my job and trust me to make the right decision where I might not make any money, that you were fully on board. And if you hadn't, it would have been much, much harder to make that transition.
That's true.
And you allowed me to go out and, especially those first couple of years, spend a ton of time building this business and continuing to build it and getting it to the next level. So thank you, and I love you, and I'm very
Love you.
appreciative.
You're welcome. On record, this is the most Noah and I have spoken to one another directly without interruption in I don't know how long.
Who knows?
So I
That
appreciate that.
Wait,
okay.
And we appreciate how hard Dad works, right, guys?
yes,
Right?
Yes,
For
yes.
our family.
I feel like
Providing for
sometimes
us.
I have like taken it for granted, like, oh, he's not home a lot, oh my god. But I feel like if he was home more, he wouldn't like be home over the weekends, like, because over the weekends he has like both days. But I feel like if he was home more during the week, he wouldn't be there as much over the weekends.
It's true.
Yeah.
So it's like it would be like instead of waking up and then just being able to like hang out with him, I'd have to like wake up and then I'd go to school, I'd come home and then he'd be there. But then on the weekends, I'd wake up and he'd be gone and then he'd probably come home pretty late and we wouldn't have time to really do anything. So even though I do take it for granted sometimes, I do realize how important it is that like he works hard when he is like what he is set out to like do, so he can spend more time with us.
And wait, even though he wakes up really early at like 5 or 6,
I like it.
I still appreciate his work. And yeah, he still doesn't tell me how much money we have. Big bummer.
Yeah, no, I
But,
don't think
yeah.
you don't need to know that.
Anyways.
I
Correct.
do need to know that.
No, neither
No,
of
you
you
don't.
need to know that.
Yeah.
So
Darn
You
it.
you can ask because it's like something that one of you would
you
get
can ask.
interested
I just won't
about.
tell you. But
But I don't think that's like
You don't need to worry
You
about
don't
that.
need to know that.
When
All
I'm
you
older,
need
will I know?
probably not. But
No.
who
Katie,
knows?
all you need to know is that we have enough.
There you go. It's a good way. We have exactly. Thank you guys for spending one of your last summer days here, hanging
It's
out
fun.
and chatting.
Of course.
You guys are my favorite guests because you're my favorite people, and I love you all very much.
And you're my favorite host on
Noahgenda.
my favorite and only podcast I've ever been on.
Excellent.
So now I know what it's like, and I feel like it'd be cool to be on some other podcasts.
There you go. Clay's
I s-
available. You
I
hear
s-
that? Clay's
Yeah.
available for
Good.
other
Hey,
podcast appearances.
contact me at my phone number.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not sure if I can tell it.
No,
I
you
can-
cannot
Yeah,
tell
I'm
it.
not.
No.
I can't
You
say
cannot.
my phone number for
Oh,
security reasons.
I will handle all media inquiries for Clay Kovner.
Yeah.
I have a thing.
All right.
I can't believe I'm on real TV. I've never been on YouTube before.
This is a big moment. YouTube being
I-
on YouTube.
This on
is-
YouTube.
Yeah.
This is
Say
my
hi to all
first
your
time
followers.
in like 10 years. I have a couple videos of Little Me
There you go.
on there.
Well, excellent. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah.
I love you.
It was
and
fun.
I'll see you at home tonight.
Is this live?
Thanks,
no, it's
puppies.
not live.
Oh, dang it.
Justin gets to edit the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah, he has to edit the whole thing, and then he'll post it on YouTube, and then you can watch it and send it to all your friends, and all your friends will be like, "Oh my god, oh wow, Katie, your dad's so
Not stop
cool."
talking.
All right.
Oh my god, your dad's so cool.
one
He
more
does so
thing.
Okay,
Oh
last
my
thing.
gosh.
We're going to wrap it up
Yeah.
here.
much.
Cha 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 cha.
Thank
Okay.
you
Good.
for that
That's the outro music.
valuable contribution.
That's all, folks.
Mhm.
Goodbye. I'll see you never.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Yeah.